And on this Monday morning, let's welcome into the studio a couple of folks. Bob King is with us, Denise Clawson as well. It's Leader Circle nomination time. Good morning to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good to have you both with us here today. The Leader Circle of Indiana County has become a program that everybody looks forward to every year, and this year is the case once more. Now, this year it's in the fall, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, but that means that there is time for folks to nominate their friends, their neighbors, their co-workers, whoever it happens to be, for our various awards that are handed out, the Leader Circle of Indiana County. And Bob, let's talk about this a little bit. There are 3 main awards given, as well as the IUP President's Medal of Distinction. That has always been the case in the past. Is that the case again this year?
This year it will not include the President's Medal of Distinction. They are going to assume that responsibility at IUP. Instead, we will have the 3 awards, the Athena Award, the Civic Leader, both male and female, and the Young Professional Athena will be the awards offered this year on September 20th. And that's going to be held at the Country Club on September the 20th.
Mm-hmm. And this is the first time, I think, that we've had the Young Professionals Athena, correct?
Yes.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, well, let's talk about, and let's start there, the Young Professionals Athena Award, and find out about it. What are we celebrating there with the Young Professionals Athena?
Well, the Young Professional Athena was established by Athena International in 2007, and it's to honor emerging leaders. There's really no specific age qualifications. However, as the name of the award indicates, the candidates should be at least college age and have embarked on their career path. They basically are honored for demonstrating excellence, creativity, and initiative in their business or profession, and also to provide valuable service by contributing their time and energy to improve the quality of life for others in the community.
And that really reflects the Athena Award itself, which has been a long-standing tradition in that same vein, that same tradition.
That is true. The Athena Award itself expands then also on mentoring women and helping them achieve their excellence in their profession, whereas the young professional or a group of youngs that they're just starting out building their career.
Yeah, okay. So in those terms, and we'll talk about this, I'm sure, with the male and female civic leader as well, the nomination process becomes a very important part of this whole idea for the Leader Circle, does it not?
That's true. We have a committee of 6 who are involved in creating and processing the nominations. We've come up with 75 organizations, clubs that we will be contacting, some of whom have nominated in the past. Others may be the first time that they nominate. Individuals can also nominate an individual to be considered for any of these awards. Specifically, while Denise covered the Athena and the Young Professionals, I would make just a few comments about the male and female civic leader awards.
Okay.
Those are primarily volunteers. They are that demonstrate service to in a variety of ways in the county, but taking creative and initiative to do all kinds of good works to help make Indiana County a better place to live. And many of the people who have been the recipients of this award they're lifelong natives of Indiana, the first one being Roger Ruskini in 1979. That was our very first Civic Leader Award. And so we've been doing this for 38 years. This will be the 38th year that it's become, as you started by saying, this has become a tradition in Indiana County, and one that we're very proud of, and one that we hope that service clubs and organizations, as well as individuals, will think of an individual or individuals who would be deserving of this kind of recognition. And that's what our committee is in the process of doing, contacting these organizations. If they're not contacted, an organization can contact us. There's a website called www.indianacountychamber.com. They can contact that. or we can have a Facebook.com Indiana County Chamber, or we can have a Leader Circle Indiana County, which is again, www.facebook.com/Leader Circle Indiana County. And contacts can be made that way. Camille Morris is our chair of Indiana County Leader Circle. She can be contacted at 724-349-3629. Or as chair of the nominating committee, I can be contacted at 724-388-0966.
And with this award, the Athena, the Young Professionals Athena, and then the male and the female civic leaders, one of the things that has always impressed me about Leader Circle is the fact that a lot of consideration goes into who eventually is named for each of the awards. But you could throw a dartboard. You could put them up on a dartboard and throw darts at it, and you would find a worthy candidate, because the considerations are really, really, the deliberations are really, really stringent.
Right.
Folks really do take this very, very seriously, and with good reason, good cause.
Yeah, as the committee members approach the various organizations, there are criteria that's spelled out in the nomination packet as to that what needs to be considered when they're looking to nominate someone, and those are due on June the 5th. Okay. That is the final day for submitting a nomination, and at that point, they will be reviewed for the fit of the award, and then they become finalists, and that's where I'm going to turn to Denise, because she's going to be talking about how those finalists are judged.
Okay, Denise.
Yeah, Leader Circle actually has hired a professional writer who will interview each nominee and help the nominee prepare a biological profile that will be used for judging. There is strict judging criteria involved, especially with the Athena, because the Athena International provides that to the Leader Circle. The biological profile is the tool used by the judging panel to select an individual who will receive the Athena Award. The judges will concentrate on 3 Athena Award criteria, and each one is judged independently of the other. And they're spelled out in the bio. Basically, the one is professional leadership. How does the nominee demonstrate excellence, creativity, and initiative in their profession? The second one is community service. How does the nominee provide valuable service by contributing time and energy to the community that is not related to their job? So it's giving back of themselves in the community that they're not being paid to do that.
Sure.
And the third one is on personal leadership and advocacy on behalf of women. How does the nominee assist women in reaching their full leadership potential? And the candidates could be male or female, not just female.
All right.
And then that information is given to the judging. And about 2 years ago, we decided to take the judging outside of Indiana County, because we're a small-knit community here. And even though the bio does not list the nominees' names, as a judge, and I've judged in the past, I think you two have as well, Bob, when you start reading the bio, you recognize who that person is. And you're trying to be impartial, whether you like or dislike them, how you actually judge and give them scores. So we have taken the judging outside of Indiana County. The bios still do not list the nominee's name, but the judges have no idea who that nominee is because they don't recognize anything in the community. With Athena International, they give us the guideline that the judges, there has to be certain judges from different categories. Like we have to have a couple of CEOs.
Okay.
So we have some people that we know outside of Indiana County that are familiar with the Athena Award. They have to be a past Athena recipient. So we've got contacted, for example, Bedford County gives an Athena Award each year. We get 2 judges from that area.
Okay.
You need to have an educator. You need to have somebody that's maybe on a school board. So there's different criteria, and those of us that are on the committee that we know people outside that we can contact and say, would you be willing to be a judge? And we do it all electronically.
Oh, that's wonderful. That it really takes out any idea of I hate to use the word fix, but of inadvertent impartiality or partiality toward one candidate or another.
Right. And while the Athena has very strict guidelines, the male and female civic leader, we primarily look at how the nominee demonstrates a sustained volunteer service designed to improve the quality of life in Indiana County. Creativity and initiative, how does that nominee demonstrate creativity and initiative in serving the needs of the county? So while we have various backgrounds among the judges whom we don't even know, I think Denise kind of keeps wraps on that because she manages that part of it, and that's great. That's fine. But the impartialness of the judging has greatly improved this process.
Oh, I bet.
And we want people to understand that because for so many years, judging was done internally. And people felt perhaps maybe there was some bias. We've tried to eliminate that. We think we've done a very good job, and that so that people who are being considered are done so by individuals who do not know them, strictly impartial. One other thing we probably need to mention here is that we will have an introductory ceremony for the finalists, and that will be done on August the 10th. Okay. The venue for that is yet to be named, but we hope to have that announcement probably in the paper, maybe on the radio.
And that's always done after the judging.
The judging will be done, and then this is an introduction of the finalists in all the categories to the people in the county. That's usually followed with a Gazette puts a special flyer in about a week ahead of the ceremony, which would be about the first week in September this year. And that pretty much puts us on target for this all to occur.
Very good. We're about out of time in this segment. Let's give one more time the contact information for someone if they do not get contacted by the Leader Circle folks, if they do want to nominate somebody or just want to be part of the process. Give that contact information.
I would say, in sake of time here, Camille Morris is our president of the Leader Circle, and she can be contacted at find my notes here.
Well, and also the Leader Circle has its own website.
Yeah.
It's www.indianacountyleadercircle.com, and the nomination forms are on the website as well as some history about the event.
Okay.
That's
Camille's phone number is 349-3629.
That's right. Yes.
Very good. Folks, thank you so much for coming in to visit with us today. Very important information to get out there. June 5th is the deadline, so folks can get to work on this right now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our pleasure. Thank you for coming in. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, AM 1160 WCCS, 101.1 FM.